Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about Maestro Union's The Furry Planet Crocker Wilderness Hunter. And let me tell you something, this guy is a big boy. Now, I got this guy off a Big Bad Toy Store. I pre-ordered him a while back. Finally, he came through. Now, I know that I'm late to the game because of the fact that, other people might have received theirs already, but that doesn't bother me so much because this is going to be my review on this guy. And let me tell you, the reason why I got this guy is because I needed a leather head to go with my Michelangelo of my Ninja Turtle collection. So which therefore, I picked this guy up. Even if I wanted to have him as a bad guy, as far as with the Foot Clan working for Shredder, I could do so because he has the hat, he has the vest. Who cares if he's got the jean pants on, because he just looks like Leatherhead, the bad Leatherhead, and he comes with some accessories which I will go over. But yeah, with his weapons, he looks like the evil version of Leatherhead with all his gear on him. To a T. Take all this stuff off, and he looks like the good version of Leatherhead that they have in the comics and in the Nickelodeon version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, and this guy is just absolutely beautiful. Now, he's a little pricey, but you know what? He's well worth the money if you need a real nice looking Leatherhead for your collection. And I would recommend this guy 100 times over. Now, I'm gonna say this, when it comes to articulation, his articulation is very limited, but that does not break the straw when it comes to the limited articulation with this guy. Because we have some beautiful sculpt, because he is so big, you're not going to be putting this guy in any dynamic posing anyway. But he's big, he's intimidating. You can use him as a killer croc with Batman. You can use him just as he's meant to be, Crocker. Now, real quick, as I'm rambling on about this guy being for like Leatherhead for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, well, let me tell you this right now, and that is the Furry Planet that you have this guy that's from. He also comes with a cool comic, and this is the comic book that he comes with. Yeah, so beautiful, nicely done. Now, I read this comic, so I read up on this guy here and what he's all about. Now, this guy used to be on his planet, because it's all animals. This guy here used to be a cop. He was set up. So he was set up. His whole team was actually set up. His family was killed. And yeah, so he breaks out of prison, and you go from there. But yes, this guy's actually a good guy. He's not a bad guy, and he's actually looking for redemption to find out who killed his family and who framed him. But meanwhile, I'm not going to use him for that. So which therefore, let me stop yammering and all that good stuff. Let's get in and take a look at some of the things that this guy comes with, and let's get started with his accessories. Starting off, we have his knife sheath. Now, this actually pegs right into the back, okay, and then the knife slides through here, and then this here actually are for the chains that he comes with. So he has shackles, and those shackles will actually hook to this, so you can actually store them on him when he's like this. When he doesn't have the vest or the hat on, the shackles go around his wrist. You could do whatever you want. It's your figure, but that's what that loop is for. Next, we have the sheath for his shotgun, and the shotgun slides right in here, and then this actually wraps around the character, and then you just kind of have to slide it up through here and through here, and it will fit on him. But I like the fact that they did this with the cloth. That way, you can still remove it. You can actually fold it up like it came and push it in here. Very nice. Look at those. Look at the clips that they have on there. They're nicely painted. I love the leather work that they have on there. They did a fabulous job with this. Next, we have his shackles, and like I said, these things are huge. I mean, but then again, he is huge. But they go on, you know, they go on his wrist, or you can actually put them together. The chain will connect with this piece here, and then you can actually store them on that pouch hanging like this on the back of them if you want to. So that's really, really cool. And even if you wanted to use him, like I said, as Killer Croc, you still could even do that if you wanted to. Next, we have his double barrel shotgun, pistol grip, nicely done. I like the way they did the weathered look to give it some wear and tear. You have your trigger, you have your pump, and you have 2 barrels right here. Beautifully done, well done. And next we have his version of a Jim Bowie knife, or Crocodile Dundee knife, whichever you want to say. That is a massive knife. Nice blade. It is very, very pointy at the tip, so just be careful. Like the blood groove going through, coming down to the hilt. Nice little grip pattern there. They did the wear again, you know, the little brush to make it look like it's been used. Yes. And it just slides right into the figure's hand. Very nice, very easily. So we have a different neck piece. So this neck piece is for the straight. So you would pop this on. So you would take the neck piece that's on here right now, which has got him looking over to his right, which would be your left as you're looking at it through the camera. And then you pop the head, you know, pop this on and pop the head in here, and that way he'd give you a straight look, which I'll show this off in a little bit. Next, you have the other alternate neck piece, which plugs in and has him looking off to the left. Now this guy comes with 2 sets of pointing hands, and yeah, I just want to show these off real quick. I mean, look at the beautiful work, the detail that they put into this, the hands alone. I mean, you have the scales on the back of the hand, and you have underneath the hand the nails themselves, and these are pointy, so you want to be careful, see, because if you push on them too hard, they will poke you. But beautiful job. Lovely detail, making them look like an actual crocodile. You know, you know, it's been mutated and turned into almost like human-like, but very well done. The scales, I mean, just so realistic looking. Next, he has 2 sets of open palm hands, or swiping, clawing hands. You can use them as, or you know, he's reaching down like this to the ground, or just grabbing somebody by their face. However you want to do it. But once again, look at the detail that they have done with these hands. I mean, wow. I can't say it enough, the way they have done these. I mean, look at that detail in the palm of that hand. The fingers, the rings, everything. I mean, look at that. That's just really cool. And he also has his hat. So you have the string that comes through, and there's a magnet. So there's actually a little bit of metal like right here in the top part of the head of the figure, and this sits right on there. And then, you know, you just leave this kind of sit dangling, but very nice. It's a cool looking little hat. Nice reminiscence to the actual evil Leatherhead. Next, I want to show off his leather vest. Now, I love the wash that they did when they painted it. And if you actually look here on the collar, you can see the stitching going through the buttons, the stitching on the pockets. I mean, you can see the stitching throughout the whole vest, actually. The cool thing is that you can actually see how it actually, when he's wearing it, has that, like it's tight, that muscle definition that he would have. Now, looking at the back, look at that brown, you know, wash that they put on it to get this to have some highlights and all this detail to stick out. Beautiful job. And the fact that he's so big, it actually just ripped the back. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Really cool. It's a soft plastic. You can't, you know, it's not an issue taking it off. You just move his hands towards his back and then just slide it off. And as you can see, it opens up pretty wide. So yeah, really neat. Okay, so now let's get into taking a look at Crocker himself. So this guy here, he's a big boy. I mean, he's big. So I bring him up to the camera here. I don't even have to hold him. I could just let him stand right here. I mean, look at the face. Look at that eye. Look at the detail, the scaling, everything in this guy. The teeth. I mean, you can even use this guy in G.I. Joe as far as Croc Master's crocodile being mutated. The way the mouth opens, look at the detail inside that mouth. I mean, oh my God. You get a shot like this, like he's going to bite at somebody. I mean, you're just looking right down his gullet. I mean, that is just crazy, the detail that they put inside that mouth. All the teeth, the webbing on the side of the jaw when it opens up its mouth. I mean, that is just amazing. Any which way you look at it, it's just menacing looking, right? The nose, the nostrils right on the top. I mean, just as realistic as you're going to get it. Now, if you actually pay attention right here on the figure, this is where this piece actually moves out. So you can put the other neck pieces in. And then, I mean, look at the scaling. I mean, this guy is just beautiful. Look at that. Very impressive. It's so impressive that my wife even likes this character. Jeans are ripped, of course, for the tail and the back, which one thing I will say, that with this tail here, you have to warm it up. There's a ball peg in here. All right, because his tail does not come on here. You can't just go shoving it on, it won't go on. Just warm it up with some warm water and it'll just, boop, it'll pop right on. Now you have the leather belt, with the loops and everything down at the waist. Just beautifully done, nice leather. Look at the muscle detail in the jeans, everything when it comes down to the legs. His hands, once again with the scales, the chest piece, everything. I mean, just the detail alone and it is just amazing. And the tail is articulated in a bunch of different spots. Okay, so you can move it, you can turn it, whatever it is that you need to do with this guy, you can do that. And I will go over all that. And then the feet, I love the way they kept the crocodile feet like this. He has a human-like hands, but yet he has that crocodile feet. And on the bottom, I mean, look at it. It's amazing. Look at that detail. Just amazing. And that's why he is worth the price of admission for this figure. That, you pay a little bit more, you get a little bit less in the articulation, but he is a big boy. So let's talk about that articulation. So when it comes to his head, can he look up and down? Yes, he can a little bit. You have a little bit of side to side, but his head turns. So you have that turning mechanism in there to get that kind of range of motion. It's actually kind of creepy. And of course the jaw's articulated, which is really cool. So you can have him turned like this, like he's getting ready to bite. Either way, that's really neat. So then you come down to his arms. Kind of keep focusing. Now it's tight. Now that's as far as the arm goes up, at least on mine, and it does rotate. Then you have your bicep swivel. Okay, and he is single jointed arms. That's as far as the bend you're gonna get when it comes to this figure. But like I said, he's a big beefy boy, so which therefore moving his arms with double joints, I mean, it would have been cool, but they didn't do it. And it would have been cool if he would have had a butterfly joint here in the shoulder, so you could get a little bit more of a dynamic pose. But that's fine. Like I said, it's not gonna break the bank on that. He has wrist swivel, and then his hands move side to side. Then you have this upper torso movement, which it will move forward this far, move back, and it kind of moves a little bit, and then it swivels. It turns at the top and it turns at the bottom here at the actual waist. His legs, they move forward that far, and then his knees, they do bend, and then his feet bend back that far. Now you can see right here, they only bend so far, and then his feet move forward. And they do have some ankle rocker on them, so you can move them around. And then let's not forget about his tail. His tail has these swivel joints or ball pegs in there, so you can move them. And you can turn it just a little bit, but most likely you're gonna kind of turn it like this to get that different type of motion on it. This is the one part that's kind of sways side to side a little bit, not too much. But of all in all, you're really gonna just kind of, whoops, see, there you go, mine fell off. Maybe I didn't have it pushed in there all the way. Yeah, probably gonna have to, oh no, there it goes. All right, good. So get that bad boy back on there. I thought I was gonna have to stop the camera. But anyway, let me get this guy situated. I'm gonna try, because he is a big boy, I'm gonna try to get him in some poses. I don't have any figures. I wanted to get some guys out, like some Cobra figures, and have him kind of chomping on them and messing them up, but I don't have anybody out. And to be honest with you, I really don't have the time to actually rustle all those guys out. So let me get him into a couple things, put his weapons on him, show him off a little bit, and then I'll end this review. So this is my look at the Fury Planet Crocker by Maestro Union. And look, man, I mean, with everything this guy comes with, and as big as he is, and everything that you can actually use him for, is definitely worth the price of admission. So definitely, if you are looking for, like I said, a leatherhead or a killer croc, or just some bad guy you want to use somewhere, or a good guy you want to use somewhere, this is the figure you should pick up. This is a great figure. I like it. I know it doesn't have a whole lot of articulation, but oh my god, just the detail alone in the figure. I was able to get him to move a little bit, and that's fine. Like I said, he's going to be posed on his shelf and whatever, but I can put him in different poses. I have different options when it comes to how I want to pose him with the accessories that he comes with. This guy is amazing, I have to say. Look, I know you've heard me give reviews before on figures that don't have a whole lot of articulation, like some of the NECAs. Like I said, I'm not knocking them. We get beautiful sculpts when it comes to NECAs and stuff like that, but this here blows that out of the water. So if you guys were on the fence of picking this guy up, or you were thinking about getting him and you were gonna push that button, I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna be worth it, especially for your collection. Pick this guy up. Guys, that's all the time that I have for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. As always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that I am putting up. And yeah, man, I mean, I just can't say enough good things about this. So with that being said, I will catch you all on the flippity flip.